For 20 years, Kael Varin had hunted the creatures that men called monsters. Tonight, the hunter would discover that not every monster was his enemy. He had never been afraid of claws. He had learned long ago that hesitation was death. Kael never questioned whether a monster deserved mercy. He remembered only the people he had failed to save. Every victory left another scar. Then came the hunt that would change everything. The tracks belonged to something Kael had never hunted before. No army entered Valewood and returned unchanged. But Kael followed. The victims had not been hunting the creature. They had been running from something. And the thing they feared had left no footprints. For the first time, Kaelin realized he was being watched. Then the forest showed him its guardian. Kael saw only another target. The beast attacked first. But it refused. But it refused to die. Kael had finally captured his prey. Then the predator became afraid. Then he saw the woman the monsters protected. She did not fear him. She looked at him, as though she already knew his fate. Kael had captured monsters before. Never a mystery. He took her prisoner. He believed he was taking her to the king. But the forest followed. Kael had captured the elf. He had not captured the truth. They were surrounded. Yet none of them attacked. They were not surrounding him. They were watching something behind him. Something older had entered the forest. Even the monsters knew fear. Kael decided to leave before the forest changed its mind.
But Elira was leading him somewhere. The ruins remembered her.
and the forest remembered what humanity had forgotten. The old war had not been human against monster.
Someone had rewritten history.
And beneath that lie slept something older than kingdoms. The silence was a warning.
Something had found them.
Kael raised his sword. The monster bowed. And Kael began to question everything. The hunter, the elf, and the beast moved toward the mountains. Beyond the forest waited the first truth. The mountains had guardians of their own. Kael fought without hesitation. And the creature he hunted saved his life. The hunter could no longer call it a monster. For the first time, Kael chose trust. The fortress had been abandoned for centuries. But its dead were still waiting. Every statue carried the same curse. The hunters had not escaped the darkness. They had been guarding it. The monsters had never been the first line of defense. The answer waited below. Every hunter had carried the same burden. Something beneath them had awakened. The curse had found him. It began beneath his skin. And it was spreading. Then the curse opened an old wound. He remembered the monster. But the monster had been running from something too. His entire life had been shaped by a lie.
Her blood could control the curse.
The curse was making him stronger.
She knew where the curse began.
And beneath it waited the Hollow King.
She was the last warden.
Her ancestors had held the darkness for centuries. If she died, the prison would open.
The prison was already failing.
And the thing beneath the world had seen him. For the first time, Kael stood between darkness and the world. There was only one way out.
The curse was changing him.
The old fortress fell with the old truth. There was no turning back. They climbed toward the oldest prison. The mountain itself tried to bury them. But the curse would not let him die. Every wound now made him less human. They had reached the Valley of the Guardians. The creatures knew what he was becoming. The hunted recognized their new guardian. The hunter walked among the hunted. But humanity still waited.
They saw a monster coming! The king had sent an army. The king believed the old lie. The king's greatest hunter came for the elf.
Two hunters faced the same impossible truth. Garen saw the curse. But duty came before doubt.
Garen realized Kael was changing.
The monster still remembered mercy.
Then the real enemy arrived.
The army had been fighting the wrong war. Kael chose the people who had feared him. For one battle, hunters stood together.
Kael saved the man sent to kill him.
Garen finally saw the man beneath the curse. Even the king began to doubt.
Curse had given him terrible strength.
Only a lyra could quiet the darkness. And Kael finally understood what she meant to him.
Kingdom had seen the enemy.
Now the final journey began.
Garen let them go.
The summit waited beneath a black sky.
The Hollow King was waking.
The curse was no longer hiding. The monster was becoming visible. But she still saw Kael. The Guardians followed their new protector.
The final gate had opened.
The warden returned to the prison. The oldest temple waited beneath the mountain. Everything had led here. The curse had chosen its vessel. Then the prison broke. The ancient evil finally stood. The Obsidian Monarch recognized its chosen vessel. Kael attacked the darkness itself. Steel met something older than death. The hunter fell. But Kael stood again. The final hunt had begun.
Elira knew what Kael intended.
There was only one way to close the prison.
They understood each other without words.
The hunter finally became the monster. And he hunted the darkness from within. The final battlefield was inside his own soul. The curse could take his body. It could not take his choice.
Kael chose the curse.
The world trembled.
The last warden gave everything she had. Hunter and monster became one prison. For one final moment, Kael remained himself. He became the prison. And the darkness was buried with him.
The hunter was gone. But his sacrifice remained.
The warden left the mountain alone.
For the first time in centuries, Eldrath saw the dawn.
Kingdom rebuilt. But the kingdom remembered the wrong heroes.
Some truths were too heavy for a crown.
But Elira returned to the forest.
Something had returned.
And the Guardians were not afraid.
The old symbol still remembered its protector.
The forest knew he was alive. Then she heard him.
Not a monster she feared. The cursed hunter had returned. She saw the man beneath the monster.
And Kael still remembered her.
The hunter had become their guardian. The world below believed the darkness was gone.
But some prisons are built to contain darkness, not destroy it.
And something beneath the kingdom was still awake.
The hunter had become the monster had become the guardian, and the darkness had become the waiting enemy.
The hunter had sacrificed his humanity to protect the world. But every legend hides a final question.
Kael became the monster to save her. But somewhere beneath the kingdom, the monster he imprisoned was still waiting.